Good morning, track fans. How you doing? I am here and horsing around. Unbelievable. And I'm on time. What are the chances of this? There's no room to breathe in this, I'll tell you. Anyway, let me get my bearings. I can't do a show with that. That's killing me. Anyway, how you all doing? Good morning. That was good. Good little... Oh, sorry, I started shouting and a dog started going off. I think I've woke the neighbour's dog up. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can see you all now. How you doing? Good morning. Right. Nothing like a bit of live TV. Milo, come on. The dog is on a mission because I'm in a good place this morning. Hey, so what's going on? A few people in the room already. Good morning to you all. Right. So got a good show today. Got a lot to talk about, like some nice things to see, discuss, and all of that business. So no further ado, let me see if I can get this to work. Right, it didn't work. All right, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that was the first one down. Ah, no, I had this so polished as well. Next week, I'm practicing my intro. So what's everyone been up to this week in slot car world? Well, I'm just going to have a click through some of the comments. But before I do, let's get some tunage on. That'll do. Get a little one of these going on. There we go. Little sneeze. Right then, who is in on this fine Sunday? So actually, before I go into this, I am home alone. It's taken 17 and a half long years for me to be completely solo up to the dog. I even count he's furry and not human. In the house on my own for 1 week. So it started on Thursday. Got Mrs. Brown off to the airport. Wasn't about issues. She begged it to the airport about a phone which had all her boarding passes on it. So I realised before I got on the motorway, so I hung short, and then yep, she called, and it's all good. So she's in Dubai now. The week for myself. So Thursday, I slept most of it. I was up all night. God knows how Rob and Paul does their job. So they start at 1:30, 2:30, respectively. It's incredible. So yeah, so I had myself a day in the morning of their life. Not a fan of that. It's too dark. Nothing's going on. No one's awake on WhatsApp. Although it was nice to have an hour-long chat with Rob on the way home. So yeah, so Thursday was just a lazy day, sleeping most of it, and then tidying up and getting everything how I like it for the rest of the day. Then Friday saw my other lad, because I got twins. He come home. He's house sitting from a father-in-law at the moment. They're away for 4 weeks, so he's out of the game. And so he come home. So I spent a few hours with him, made him a couple of meals, batch cooked him, sent him away packing with some food. I'm a proper dad. Yeah, sent my kid away with proper nutrition. Oh, God knows what he's been eating for the last week and a half. But so yeah, and then yesterday was again out and about doing things like a haircut, shopping, stuff. See my lad again. He come over because he was meeting some pals. So today is the first day that I'm going to truly have bar the dog walk afterwards, which is actually a double-edged weapon because I'm going to be multitasking, doing some filming in the park. I know. And I'm not going to get locked up for it this time at all. So I've got some filming. That's what I'm going to do today. I've got a lot of videoing and editing to do. But I need to do it. I've got to catch up. I've got projects sitting around Rahul and Slotar know about that have been there since probably August, maybe early September. I don't know. But I'd done the video of what I'm talking about. I'm being elusive for a reason. I don't want to spoil it. But I did the video, and the whole coverage and work I'd done on it got nicked back in November with Baggate. So yeah, so go redo it. But that's fine, because I kind of, when you do something a couple of times and then you come back, you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this different, do that. So I've had time to reflect on the video, and I can make it as good as it needs to be, because I've got the whole house to myself. Yes, in the nicest way, obviously. So who's in? Well, we started queuing up yesterday. Slotar, well done. He said he was going to be in this morning at 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Get in there, pro. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Aid. Oh, I like it. Aid's in his shed at 1 minute to 7, working on the Ferris wheel. Love to see what that's about, mate. Good morning, Phil. Newest. How you doing, my friend? Thank you very much, by the way. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Most appreciated. If anyone else doesn't know what me and Phil are talking about, well, Phil is a legend, and thank you very much. Phil's been in the merch store. Hi, Conquest. How you doing, Rahul? Rahul's in the place. Nice and late for him. Early for us, late for him. So we're trying to keep it energetic. Wake up, Rahul! There you go. Hopefully that'll help, bruv. We've got Mad Dad. Roger is in the house, everyone. DNA's nipping on before hitting the sack. Oh, I tell you what, we had some fun the other night. Him, Daihi, Sasha, and I, from across the pond, we were raving. Turns out that Daihi has very, very similar misspent tastes in music as I do, which is fantastic. So we've been doing that whole new mate thing where we're not new mates, we've been mates for a while, but you know, we start flicking tunes to each other. So it's nice blast from the past. What he doesn't realize, on the other side of this camera, I literally have the back catalogue of all of these tunes on record from when I was a global DJ. This is going to go on for months, Daihi. I'm going to show you music that you forgot even existed. And that's what I do. So good morning. Morning, Tara. She is in the house with us. And, oh, hang on. Daihi's got a retrieve. He's probably gone upstairs. Everyone's asleep. And he's thought, they're never going to know if I sneak another hour on this show because they're all asleep. So I'm gonna. Well done, Daihi. And Carl's in. Nice one, Carl. Good to see you, mate. Harry is a man of his word. He did say he would be here, and here he is. Good morning, Harry. Loving your videos this week as well. That unboxing you did this week, excellent. So what I do when I find channels that I've not tuned in with, or I'm not getting notified with, really, what do you call it? No, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not sore subject, but topic of a topic I've got to get into. I've got to find out why. Slot car dude, oh brother Nico, my brother from a different mother. I've got so many of them. He's putting out videos and shorts which are world class. I ain't seeing him in my notification, and the thing is, I am actually hitting it. Cowbell.
Hang on.
Just say cowbell.
I don't have a bloody cowbell.
Paul's
I am
not
looking
got a
at
cowbell,
getting some
everyone.
sort of bell. So, hang on, just a second. This is what I've come up with.
Hit it. You got a cowbell, Paul?
Instead of a bell, I've got this dustbin lid, this hammer. Okay, you ready? Smash the bell.
Okay, we'll have enough of that. Thanks, Paul. You knew that was going to come round and haunt you sometime, didn't you? I love it. So whilst we haven't got a cowbell at the moment, Paul is sticking in the cowbell. There is another cowbell floating around, which I'm going to gladly share at some point. I couldn't get it onto the computer. So you know exactly what cowbell I'm talking about. If you're in the members group here, you will know all about that cowbell. But anyway, thanks, Paul, for the cowbell. Most appreciated. I've got to put a caveat in. The night before, or earlier on the night he made that video, he had been watching the new season of Gladiators. So he's obviously testosterone pumped up, charged up, and thinking, what can I rattle? What have I got? And the incinerator got the good news. So yeah, Harry. So what I'm doing is, like yourself and Nico, is I'm watching your current stuff as it's coming out. I've got a list upstairs of people that I'm not being notified on that I go and I do check every day or two to make sure I'm up to speed, because I do like checking in on the community and watching what you guys are doing, because it gives me ideas. So Nico, sorry about that, mate. I'm going to catch up on some of your videos a bit later today while I'm walking the dog. That'll be cool. So yeah, Harry, I'm back tracking through your catalogue as well. Good stuff in there. If anyone's not tuned in to 132 Slot Cars Latvia, get on that. Harry is a lovely chap. Sasha's been sleeping. Good effort, Ledge. Morning, Crib. Cribbit's here. Dick is in the house. Good morning, Dick. So just rattling through. Never. Tara, never. He's not got no flies on his daughter, because she gets all the practice in. When they do the test, unboxing, test and review and drive sessions, she's the one driving the cars. Daihi's the mere cameraman. He's like me at the events. Hardly ever races. He's just the guy behind the camera. Pops up out of nowhere when you're least expecting it. Normally when you've just crashed. Tony's in the house. Anyone who doesn't know Tony by now, Tony's a legend. He's a sign writing guru. That is Tony's work, everyone. So if you want something bespoke, probably delivered next year, because he's a man in demand. Literally, when you do work like this, you are in demand. So talk to Tony. He's a great guy. And talking of great guys, we've got Doug in the house. Mag fans. Here he is. Good morning, Ledge. Are you in bed or are you up and about with the kids? I remember having kids. I've got kids. I remember when the kids were young, I used to steal them out to car boot sales. This was before I refound slot cars and had a better purpose in life. Oh, I thought it was a bit dark in here. I forgot a light. Oh, that's much better. You can see me now. It's not a great thing. Yes. So what are you up to, Doug? Hit us up. Let us know. Okay. So we're hitting the comments now for the show from 7:30 onwards. We get a step on. We're only 12 minutes behind, but that's okay, because people are still waking up. Good morning, Gary. He is here. Well done. Good morning, brother. Gary's got a great... What? Travis! Anyway, come to you in a minute, my man. But yeah, Gary is launching out some new mugs, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Travis is here, everyone. Good morning, Trav. Are you... Hang on. What's the time here? So it's 7:44. So it's going to be about 6:44, 6:45, 7:45 p.m. your time. Trav, hit us up. Let us know what time it is. And yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's probably Ian. Tara's asking the same question as I am to Doug. What are you doing up? Is it the boys or is it Ian? He went for a world famously hot curry with Ian, and now he can't sleep for a week because his guts are rejecting him. G'day, Pat. We've got a good session in the house tonight for Australians. We've got Travis in, Dick in, Pat in. Dave Volk will be here in a bit, I'm sure. And we've got Fernando. Ciao, Fernando. How you doing? Or como estai, should say. Yes, you have. And a big mug, what, like this one? Because you can get a small mug, or if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly and go big. That's the difference. It's called toilet break every 45 minutes. Instead of every 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's the difference between the cups. Maybe I should put that on the site and say, warning, this cup will make you go to the toilet every 45 minutes, not every hour and a half. So I best slow down on that, actually, hadn't I? Since I'm here for an hour and a half to 2. Well done, Phil. Thank you very much, mate. It supports the channel, and it means a lot. So thank you very much, my friend. I told you he would be here. Dave is here. All right, Dave. We're just saying about the Aussies in the house. Audio is all over the shop. Whoa! That's deadly. Home Alone 24-hour live stream. Didn't we just cover the timings with the big mug, of which I'm drinking out of now? We can do, but I'd have to play my my little adverts every like 15, 45 minutes, wouldn't I? They're like, hang on, here's an advert. We all know what Pete's doing. Good morning, Shane. How are you, mates? Good to have your company, buddy. And John is here. Good morning, Track. Oh, damn it. Tennis final. Who's playing? I know Joker. Sorry, I'm saying nothing. If you watch the tennis, I'm not ruining it for you. I was just thinking then, like the concept of me walking into Mrs. Brown and saying, "Dear, did you hear the news about such and such and the tennis?" And then getting that look. You know, the one that can melt ice. So I'm not going to spoil it for you. I don't know who's in the final because you're 12 hours ahead of me, but I do know who crashed out the other day, and I was very shocked. You know, we're big beep, 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 beep fans here. Hey, it's Daihi's fault. What? You've got a newborn baby, Dave. You can blame Rowan all day long. And we're like, oh, poor Rowan. It's all right. He's got Rowan to deal with, innit? So use Rowan next time. Babies are the epicenter of excuses, aren't they? I remember the first couple of friends in circles when we were in our 20s that dropped sprogs. Oh my God. They literally used it for everything. It was their go-to excuse. I can't. Little Tommy's ill. Little Tommy's fallen over. Little Tommy's got to sleep. Little Tommy's got birthday party. Little Tommy's got... you just wanted to throw little Tommy over the balcony. Honestly, got in the way of so many good nights out. And then we had kids, and then I actually got on board with that excuse. It's great, isn't it? When you're absolutely chin-strapped, you're knackered. You're like, nah, Johnny's got flu, so can't spread it around. Oh, I love it. Nowadays, I say, nah, I can't do it, mate. I've got to change my braids on the slot car in my basement. So priorities and all that. You know, where were you when you were having kids? We were all left at a lonesome. We got a new hobby now. We don't go out partying all week. We now sit in our basements and attics or garages doing our slot cars. And then we sleep all night, get up and eat, and then go to work. It's amazing. It's amazing what we can achieve now we're older and with a different hobby that doesn't involve partying. Good morning, kidda. Good morning, everyone. All right. Shooting down through this now. We can get on with ourselves. Bang on 6:44 over the other side of the planet. I love it. Looks like Travis is in for the haul with us. Well done, Trav. Nice to see. Trav, are you having a stream later? Just so we can make space in our schedules to tune into it. Excuse me. Good morning, Dave. You're right. Yeah. Who is in the final of the tennis, actually, John, please? Good morning, Paul. How you doing, mate? Ian's here. Good morning. You've been shamed out by Doug. He's been here for hours. Doug has been in here in the queue, round the block, like the old Dreamscape in Milton Keynes. He has been queuing up round the block for about 9 years with his new best mates in the queue and all of that. Anyway, good morning, Ian. Here he is. Ian, Doug, I'm glad you're here. Me and someone else in the chat, we've got an idea for a video. So we're going to talk to you about something, and I think you're going to want to be interested. I think, actually, you might want to be in on this. So let me give you a call a bit later. I'll give you a call, Ian, because I know you're with the kids, Doug. And I'll tell you what it is. So that we can... I'll tell you what it is so we can have a look at it. Anyway, losing my track of thought because I was reading the comments. Clearing out the spare room. Yes. 10 by 8 meters. How big is your spare room? That's huge. I take it you're talking in meters, right? You know we have issues with foot and inches on this show. Yes, very interesting. Right, you wait there, guys. I urgently need to sort out my breathing capability. Okay, 1 second. So just mute that. You don't want to hear me sort my life out. Right then, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what we've seen this week. We got a show. We got a show to do. To do. No. Hang on. Right, we'll clear this up. Clear this up. This is not a toast plate. Oh, I'm so glad. This is a decals plate. So this is what I use when I get the decals and I chop them off. I put a bit of water in here and in there, and then we are good. But what I can't be living with is having to keep going up the stairs every time I want to do some decals. Oh, I can actually feel the kind of residue, you know, from water drying on there. So that is a decals plate. That is not the poor housework, David. In your wildest dreams. But nice noticing. I have to clean up now because people are looking at behind the shelf. Hang on. We'll come this way. If you notice, I purposely don't put any slot cars here because that's where my head goes in the shot. Who didn't think I thought this set out? And to be fair, everything you see on the shelf are all the slot cars I actually own that are still in their boxes. That's how small my collection is. That's it. So I was having a look at, just before going to show, I was having a look at Rahul's been popping out live streams on Conquest Racing Club this week. He's been popping out live streams for fun. Excuse me. It is so good. Well done, Rahul, for stepping it up again, mate. I'm well proud of you. But if you look behind him on his live stream, boom, he's got like the wall of slot cars. And I couldn't help it. I had to count them up because it's a bit of my OCD. So I'm like, right, okay, so they're 7 deep and they're 8 long, which tells me that there's like 64 cars there already. Then at that end, they're stacked up higher. So you're basically looking at 80 slot cars behind him on the wall. Oh, it looks magnificent. It looks so good. I can tell you, once I've got rid of my debts, I am going to have a wall like that. And actually, it's going to go on this wall as well. And then I'll turn the camera around so you can see this unfinished piece of wall next to me. So, yeah, that was brilliant. Decal plate. Yeah, that's right. Exactly, because you don't want to be forgetting anything. Oh, come on, mate. You can look forward to this. This is Slot Car Sunday, Slot Car Sessions. I've done it again, but it's okay. I'm nearly halfway in, so credibly I can do this. So you are, if you've just tuned in and you've never copped hold of this madness before, welcome aboard. You're watching Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown, loosely from 7:30 every Sunday morning, bar a couple of mornings a year where I get some cover or take a day off. What we do, we talk about slot cars. We have banter with the community. As you can see, it's on fire this morning. Yeah, everyone's on fire. And, I just opened the keys to the youth club and let us all in to relive our youth. That's what's going on here. So back on it. Let's get back onto this. And I'll stick my face over this side, I think. There you go. Good. Nico's snuck in the house. Here he is. Don't apologise for being late, mate. 24-hour Daytona that is still going. Checking the liveries as in Germany. All GTB bodies available in 1 in 24 fiberglass bodies. Ooh. So technically what you're saying is that all the German liveries that are in the 24-hour Daytona, you can actually get those liveries on the 1 in 24 scale slot cars. Who's doing those slot cars, Nico? Because what I found on Friday at Rockingham Slot Car Club, where I go every other week, and trying now to go every week this week because they've reduced the fees. Everyone, the race fees at Rockingham are £5. They're a £5. A Lady Godiva, a £5. They have been £10 for the last 15 months from when that idiot in Russia, the one they call Putin, the Pillock. Yeah, I don't mind. I can call it out for what it is. He's a dick. Anyway, since he decided to put the world's energy cost up, we had to pay double the money at Rockingham. So I couldn't go every week because of money. So I had to go every other week. So at the start of this year, new chairman, the energy bills are lower. He started it out at £5 a week. And yeah, I'm up for it. So I've gone the last 2 or 3 weeks in a row now. It's been fantastic. And we've been doing the BRM class, which is 1 in 24 scale for anyone who's not familiar. And I've got my Escort, my yellow and green BP liveried up Escort. It is like lightning. It's ace. And people are racing Alfa Romeos, they're racing Minis, they're racing Opel Cadets, they're racing whatever, Fiat Abarths or Abaths, or however you pronounce a name that's unpronounceable. You know, what's that about? So I really enjoy 1 in 24 scale racing, and I'm gonna throw myself out on a limb here and just say I think I might like it because it's a little bit slower than regular 1 in 32 racing. So whereas we're sort of normally topping sort of between 8 and 9 seconds a lap, 8 and 9 seconds a lap on 1 in 24 scale, 1 in 32 scales, you're doing between 8 and 9, round 8.5 to 9.5, or 8.5 to 10 on 1 in 24. So you have more time to think about the corners, think about where you're braking, think about pinning it out of the corners. You've just got more time, and the cars are bigger and more boisterous, which means you can have better epic crashes with it as well. I love crashing those things, and they're not so I don't know, they're not so fragile. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with those, and I'm thinking of actually trying to find maybe some 1 in 24 race meets to go to, just to test it out. I know there's a Big Birds competition coming up soon, but I don't know if I've got the right car for it. It means I've got to buy a car, which means I've got an outlay, which means actually UK Slot Car Festival is upon us. Milton Keynes Swap Meet is upon us. Could be time to do a deal. I wonder if someone had swapped some merch for some slot cars. Any traders watching this want to do a deal? Let me know. No politics, mate. No politics. It was reflective to the cost of energy at the Slot Car Club, but it was just a statement that's come and gone. Who won BRM last night? On Friday night, BRM was won by, not you because you didn't come. Are you feeling better? Kidar was ill on Friday. She couldn't come racing. So hope you're feeling well, mate. You were missed. Totally missed. Yeah, no, it was good. I think Matt Tucker won it and took the championship as well. So Adam was there. You know, smashing records for fun. Adam is such a legend. We're going to check out some of his work in a bit. No, don't be daft. I've got that much. I've got all the tools for 1 in 32. The race livery for the Cooper is good. Daihi, you are doing really well, mate. Well done for sticking it out. Look at Daihi. He's on an all-nighter. Charlie says... All right, okay. Right, let's go. Okay, so top of the tree, what do we do? Good morning, young track fans. And we've got another name on the board for those of you eagle-eyed people out there. So good morning, Albert. Good morning, Wilf. How you doing? Georgie boy, is your dad Lionel up yet? Come on, wake him up. Jacob, how you doing? Jacob, Ruben and Cameron and Sasha, very similar ages. These guys, right? These guys, you are looking at the future. Absolutely. They're racing, they're tuning, they're into the slot cars in a big way. And I'm just hoping they've got enough skin in the game that when they get through teenage years, they either keep a hold of it or they come back to it once the mayhem has calmed down, hormonal mayhem. We've all been there. So Lewis and Elliot, brothers from the West Midlands. How you doing, guys? Good morning. Charlotte, Isabella, Rowan, Leighton, Leo, good morning. And welcome the newest young track fan member, Eleanor. So I run into Eleanor again last week at the Winter Classics. She was there with Dad and Granddad. 3 generations of racer, all on the track, having it out. Unbelievably good. And Eleanor is brilliant. As you'll see, her ranking, along with my ranking, warts and all, in a little while. She did really well, like totally well. And one to watch. Jacob, I'd watch yourself, mate, because, you know, she's quick. Very quick. So we are all in trouble as up-and-coming racers because Eleanor is one. I tell you what, Eleanor, Sasha, and Isabella forming a racing team. OMG. Now that's one to watch. So hopefully in a few years they can get together and get that done. Sasha might be a bit tricky for you over the pond, but you know, road trip. If you're in the UK for one of the swap meets or the festivals or something, you know, we should set up a race event. There's loads of race events actually at the Slot Festival. There's the polycar competition. Last year there was the DTM competition. I'm not sure if it's DTM again this year or if it's something different. Kidda, do you know if it's DTM at the Slot Car Festival or a different class this year, please? Okay, what have we got going on here? Let me just come back. I will second that. That is very, very her behaving. You don't know the half of it. So, young track fans, well done. I hope you're watching this back, getting inspired by some of the things that you see. If you see anything and you want to chuck it on the show, either get in touch with me directly or get your old parents to get in touch with me directly, and then we'll see what you're looking at and we'll get it on. We'll share what you're seeing with everyone. You know, it's not just my show, it's everyone's show. I just have the software to put it together and the ability to, you know, facilitate that. So is there anything you guys want to see, let me know and I'll or share, sorry, and I'll put it on here within reason, Tara and Dick. So yes, jolly outing, track fans, jolly outing. So we've got it. It's next week, everyone. It is next week. And look, I've managed to make my slideshow actually do something animated. Next week, the 4th of February, we are going. We've got a roll call going. Let me just get in my drafts. So far, we've got myself, we've got Aid, we've got Daz, we've got Rob, we've got Sue, we've got Andy, we've got Sharon, we've got Ruben, potentially got Marcus, and we've got a couple of people that are sort of and ahhing about it. If you are up for it, you are more than welcome. Don't have to announce it to us. If you want, I have got 2 spare tickets, free entry, 2 tickets for free entry to the Hornby Wonder Works. And they are going next Sunday with us at 11 o'clock a.m. We're going to be in there. So, yeah, join us. If you want to come for the free tickets, you've got to let me know because I've got to give Scalextric your alias if you don't want to give them your name. There's no emails involved in that, by the way. It's just what's your name for the door. It's not a marketing campaign to get your contact details or any of that data grab. It's just literally for you to be able to go, I'm Rob, and get him for free. So if you want a couple of free tickets, if you want to bring a son, daughter, nephew, grandkids down, bring them down. It's a great day out. It's in Margate, or Margate, as the Chaz and Dave would say. Gonna go to Margate. Yeah, brilliant. I love it. So you could get down there, have a look around Hornby Wonderworks with us, depart, have an hour or so down the seafront, because, you know, people might mock the seaside in the UK, but we have one. Okay, it's something that, you know, Belgium ain't got, have they? They haven't got a beach. So we have, as grotty as it may be, it's still our beach. So you can go and check that out as well. I do like a bit of seaside. Something about the sea air makes you feel young again. Get down there with us next week. That's where we're going to be. Hornby Wonderworks, having it large. I know that there's a few of you listening that don't contribute in the chat because you're pottering around getting your roast dinners ready, or doing slot cars and you've got glue all over your hands, or muck and you can't type. But if you want to come down, you're more than welcome. Do that. Take a moment, take a day off and come down, stock up on your soul food, recharge the batteries and get in there. Right then, so, you know, well, we've got the slot car Shenanigans coming on Thursday. Boosh! And I've got to say, the last session was not without explosion. We said it would be no holds barred. And it was amazing for good and good reasons. We definitely got reaction. We definitely got feedback. We were polite. We did everything right, but it caused ripples. This week, do you know what? We're probably going to do it again. So if you want to find out what actually went on our show last week and the format and what we chat about and how we chat, it's me and Rahul from Conquest Racing Club, my brother from a different mother, totally and utterly one of the internet's nicest contributors and downright technical expert, and I'm just so pleased to have him as a friend, let alone a co-collaborator and a joint host in our show that we've created called Slot Car Shenanigans. So this week we are going after a look at NSR and we'll talk about it in a slightly different fashion than what's been done before. There are a couple of NSR reviews out there already. So far, you've got a great one in from Paul at Slot Car 2021. I don't think he's in the chat at the moment because he's got a bits and bobs to do this morning, but he watches it back, and definitely head over and subscribe, like and share to Paul at Slot Car 2021. If you remember back to the start of the episode, we had the cowbell. I'm not sure if you saw the cowbell yet, but we got his cowbell. And if you want a quick look at the cowbell, here we go.
Just a second. This is what I've come up with. Instead of a bell,
hit it, Paul!
I've got this dustbin lid.
Hit it!
This hammer.
Get in there!
Ready. Smash the bell!
So as you can see, he is a legend on his content. So if you want some more wackiness like that, you won't get it in his NSR review. But he's got an NSR review out nevertheless. So other NSR review, of course, my main man, Travis, that slot car guy. He was straight out of the blocks with it, literally milliseconds after it had been released. I think he wanted to be first. Well, don't worry, Trav, you were first. You were cutting edge on the news front. There's no one faster than you at getting these catalogs out. So unless someone tells us not to release it until this time, you are always going to win, mate. So well done on that, brother. Dave's video from yesterday or Dave's video from Wednesday? Hang on. It's my turn to blush, Dave. Because I haven't watched yesterday's video yet. To be honest with you, mate, I had the kid over in the afternoon, my lad. So I was chatting with him and his mate. And then in the evening, I was consumed by making this show. And then I wanted to get to bed early. So I haven't watched it. It's being watched a bit later. Your videos, Dave, this is Slot R we're talking about. For people who are not sure which Dave we're on about. Your videos, Slot R, are just like Rob's from Swift Slots. I like to sit and actually watch them. Not doing slot car stuff in the background, not washing the pots, not walking the dog. I like to sit down, cup of joe, and actually watch your videos, because the detail you put into your videos, the instruction, the tutorial, the result is world class, as Dick's just said here. There's a few YouTubers that I do this for. I don't have to do it, but I choose to do it because it's engrossing, engaging, enriching, and educational. And then I learn it, and then I leave it for 6 months, and then I do a video on it to make it look like, when everyone's forgotten about it, I reteach the thing. So no, absolutely worth talking about, as Dick mentions here. So I will be watching it after the show. I've watched the last 3. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there you go. I'm being called out on my own show. Slack, beep, by Dick. But yeah, I know. But no, I'm just chuffed because there's so much content going on now. Like, everyone is on their A game. Like, everyone is bringing it. And it was only 2 weeks ago. Well, it's only about a few weeks ago I discovered watch back on playback speed of 1.5. Game changer. Now I can actually get through everyone's content. The other thing I discovered was these little blue or red dots next to people's channel names on my YouTube screen on the desktop. That means there's some new content. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't. So Dave sorted me out on that. So now I know who's got new content. I now know when it's out, and I can set up, can watch it all in enough time. So I'll be watching it. Yeah. So brilliant stuff. So yeah. So if you want a little bit more risque conversation, a little bit more direct feedback, a little bit more, I don't know, less fluffy stuff than what you get on normal shows, even normal shows like this. Just want a little bit more edge to your content, then tune in and watch me and Rahul from Conquest Racing Club. It will be on my channel this week. We're alternating channels, so every fortnight it's on a different channel. So in 2 weeks it'll be on Rahul's, but this week it'll be on here. I'm going to put the thumbnail out straight after the show so that we've got enough time to hit the notify me button and get on top of that. So Thursday night, 9:30 this time. I had this show mixed up. So yeah, it's going to last for a long time. That the show was on air for 2.5 minutes before I'd actually realised that Rahul was seriously on air. And raced in. Okay, if you want to see someone who's late for their own show and how they handle that, then watch last fortnight's Shenanigans, and seriously, comedy gold. Yes. Oh yeah, you need a second donut. I'm here. I'm here, Paul. Look no further. I'll ship myself up to Tara's place afterwards. Right, just catching up with a chat. Yeah, Tony, Dave is a fountain of ideas, of creativity. So you two will be dangerous together. And Tony will make you those vinyl transfers of vinyl templates that you can use again and again. He is gifted. Oh, Dick, me and you, mate, we're in the same. So some days I wonder, right? I can get like all this technical stuff like streaming and creating videos and editing and using AI in production, no problem. But just trying to navigate Facebook is the worst place in the world, which is why you hardly find me there. The utter pits of a website for someone who just wants to get on and look at something. You've got all these sections, you've got all these buttons everywhere. You want to open you got like a messenger thing. So you click the messenger thing and it's going to open a message. It takes you to a new web page, and then you got these tabs for these different social platforms. And I'm just like, honestly, it's like IT diet. It's like IT puke. It's just wrong. Anyway, enough of that. So on the show, yes, you'll find us here on Thursday night, Extra Fix, Sunday, Slot Car Shenanigans with me and Rahul. Right then, so talking about Young Track fans a minute ago, and I run into Eleanor and her dad and granddad, the Englishes. We were down Rockingham Slot Car Club last Sunday for the Winter Classic Slot Car meet. Now, you all know I love a bit of vintage. Bite your tongue, Dick, before you go anywhere with that. And I was racing, as I showed you last week, the trusty Alfa Romeo 8C. And some sharp people might say, if that's an Alfa Romeo, why has it got Ferrari logos on the front? Well, before 1950, you'll find that Ferrari pretty much owned everybody. So so yeah, that's why it's got Ferrari stickers on it. As you can see, the decal got minced and totally come off this side because I didn't clear coat them after I put them on. I just ran out of time. So I was racing that, and that's a 1936 edition slot car. So thinking about the lessons I learned from this, I need a deeper guide for it, a deeper guide, and I think I can do damage with that next year if I race it, because I'm actually starting to build now a 1912 Rolls-Royce streamlined, which I got from as a white kit, scratch build white kit on the from a very well-known internet shop. What I'm doing is I'm actually talking to them about affiliation at the moment, so get that through. I'll tell you who they are. So yeah, so that was the one I had, and what I'm developing now. It was a really, really well-run event and well-attended as well. I tell you what, I think there was 30 people there, which in that room is great because it was warm. Normally, it's pretty cool in the winter up at the Slot Car Club, but because there was that many people in the room, it was lovely. I have a T-shirt on and everything. I've had my T-shirt on in there since I think last August. So there were 3 classes. I'm going to do a video on this. So I'm not going to do too much coverage on here because I want to do the video, watch the video. It's going to give all of the racers and the concourse entrants the kudos and the recognition they deserve, because some people, and now I get it. Now, this was the 3rd Winter Classics that I've been to. So the first one I went purely to record, film, check it out. Last year's I went to, but I didn't have a car. I only had a polycar car for the F1. Didn't have any of the others. So I didn't enter a classic sports race, but I did enter because I borrowed David Farrow's Brooklands car. I did enter that, but the actual motor of that Brooklands car blew up halfway through the race, and I was really gutted because I was in first place as well. So that was last year. So this year I turned up and I had the Alfa Romeo 8C. I didn't have the Formula One poly car. Let me where is it? Oh, it's in my box because the pinion broke on it and I need to replace it, and I hadn't done that yet. And also, my Thunderslot Lola T7, T70, which was entered into a different class than the sports car because it's too wide. So I've entered the competitions and I had the best fun. And one thing I realized is that a lot of people will actually go mainly for the concourse competition, i.e. the car building and spraying competition, because they find that they're not really great racing, but they can build and spray cars. So even if you're not a great racer, going to the race meets are still a great event because you can enter the competition, as you'll see on this next slide here. Oh yeah, Rob, don't you worry, mate. I've got it. The alarm call is in position. Might even use it on Thursday's show. But yeah, I've got it. It's on my computer. I've actually downloaded it, Rob, and it's ready. Yeah, don't want to stay up for that, Dick. I'll just carry on with the Winter Classics, and then we'll catch up on some comments afterwards. Thank you, mate. Love that. Yeah, pre-war Ferrari. Oosh, nice. Someone can help you with that comment there. I am sure that someone like Dave Volk could do that with you. If anyone, right, I'm going to trust with driving my car, it's Kidar, and or a very few select other people in there. Simon Gathercoat, no way. He's not touching my car. But yeah, you know how to drive cars, Rob. That's the difference. Yeah, oh yeah. Bristol Slot Car Club is saying Facebook is good for Bristol Slot Car Club. Nudge, nudge, wing. I tell you, right? Oh, actually, yeah. If I actually thought about it, Track Fans TV could be a whole lot bigger and further if I embraced Facebook. And the reason I haven't embraced Facebook is purely because it's so big, so vast, and it changes every week, and I just get confused. I feel like I'm out of my depth. Which normally is bad, because when I feel like I'm out of my depth, I go straight head on into it to make sure I'm not out of my depth anymore. So I could actually spend a little bit of time, maybe a couple of hours, trying to get to learn Facebook, or I could have a chat with you guys and you can tell me what you do on it, and you might be able to help me on it. That would be helpful. Yeah, there was over 30 people at this race. Oh. Do you know what? That's a great tip, Tony. Tony's just said, a little tip reference the guide on the Penelope Pitts chassis, which is what this one is. You can tell if it's a Penelope Pit Stop chassis because it's got a PP engraved into the metal. So what he's saying is if you solder a little bit of brass tube onto the guide holes, then the guide fits more snug. Tony, send me a picture of that, if you would, at some point in the near 3 weeks. Yes! Nephews are here. Hey, Albert. Hey, Welf. How you doing, guys? You're right, Vin. What you been up to? Good to have you. I can see you on the telly, Wilf. Anyway, Wilf, I've got to get back to the show. Albert, I'm on the show. Okay, so here we go. Right, let's put this up. I'll leave this up. Let me clear this comment off the screen so you can have a good look at that. Look at these two good-looking people on the screen. You got Dick, who's in the top screen, and Jeff, who's at the bottom screen. Pictures, sorry. Now, Jeff is salt of the earth, Jeff Norton, because he actually lent me selflessly, I shouted over to Mick, no, I'm not doing the F1. I'm doing the pre-war and I'm doing the sports cars, but I'm not doing the F1 because I haven't been able to fix my poly car. And Jeff stood behind me. He was like, yeah, I'll lend you poly car. No, straight out of the blue. He didn't even realise who he was lending it to. And I bet you when I turned around, he's like, oh, damn it, I can't take that back now. But no, it went well. I only crashed his car twice. And they were minor crashes, like de-slotting, rather than full on 100 miles an hour straight into the crash barrier and taking the front end off. That's normally what I do. But yeah, as you can see by the race standings here, it's nice to see top two, first and second for Rockingham Club. To be fair, it's likely to happen because we race on the track all the time and we know the track and we understand the corners, and so that's likely to happen. So Jeff, well done on winning the competition. Great effort, Jeff. Nice. No, I'm joking. Mick, well done, mate. Good effort. Dave, second place, and Jeff, third. Now, if you go right to the bottom and work your way up, now this is where the real racing happens. This is where, the legends are born. So as you can see, I'm 20th. Now, what this does, these scoreboards add up all three races and then give you an average, and that's your position over the competition. So I'm really pleased. Sorry, Ross. And normally where you are. I'm 20th. Normally I'm last. If you look at the polycar competition for Gaydon, I'm last year. Reason I'm last is because I've missed all the other polycar races across the country, across the year. I think there's 4 meets. Polycar, this one at what you're looking at now at the Winter Classics, and there's a couple of others. And they're all added up to give you your annual championship ranking. So on this particular race at Rockingham on Sunday last week, really did well. Hang on, I'm going to just shut the door. Apologies for that, guys. Just going to shut the door before I put the heating on, because when I put the heating on and the door's open, it all goes up there. Yeah, so back on point. Phil Smith, great guy. Tony Tibbs knows him. He used to. His last gig was last year, the Orpington slot car swap meet. Now he runs that. He did run that, and he's a trader. He's got a stall. He's got lots of bits and bobs. If you want to get into scratch building, slot R, talk to Phil Smith. Right, everything we've been looking for, he's got. I saw it last Sunday in his racks of stuff. He's got brass. He's got all sorts of brass collars. He's got guide plates. He's got it. He's what we've been looking for recently. He's got. And it looks like he's got the route to get you something that you might need that he hasn't got. So Slot R, Phil Smith is a great guy to know. So yeah, it was but where I was going with this was Phil Smith and I put myself in this. We like to build and spray cars. So the concourse competition gives us, who aren't that great at racing, a platform where we can actually be competitive. So it was really good to see. As you can see, Dick and Jeff here are... yeah, that's right. So Dick is winning the concourse competition with his Bugatti 59. And Jeff is winning the pre-war sports car race with his Bugatti Atlantic. So yeah, so even if you don't race, you can still come to the races and have a section of the day or the weekend that you can enter. So really good day. Oh yeah. And I forgot to mention Eleanor. Look, 22nd. So I'm 20th. She's 22nd. I'm 47. She's probably, I don't know, 10 or something like that, maybe a bit older. I really can't judge it. But she's going places because look, she's not at the bottom. I know Peter Emery, I know John Roche, and I know Ross Tremont. They're all competitive and they're all good. They just have bad days. But we're up there. And Eleanor, we've got Steve Moxon. Hey, John. All right, Steve and John Moxon, the legends from Lincolnshire. He's good. He's good. And we're like next to him in the rankings. So Eleanor, if you're watching this back, do keep it up because you are literally going places, matey. Right then, so well done. Oh look, we hit the hour, everyone. So quick bit of housekeeping. You're tuned in, if you've just tuned in, Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown. Every Sunday, loosely 7:30 a.m. I used to say 7:30 a.m., but I get so much stick for being a minute late that it's now loosely 7:30 a.m. So if you like slot cars, if you like a community, if you want to talk about things, find out about things, tune in here every Sunday, 7:30, and we are back to it. Let's not hang around. So, Adam Lemaistre, talking about Rockingham Slot Car Club. I was up there on Friday, as you know, final heats of the BRM class. And Adam is doing his digital disc car. So what we got here, the top right-hand corner, the top left-hand corner is a picture of the car that he is aiming to achieve. And the bottom left corner is where he was up to the other day. This is actually the slotted Oreca, O-R-E-C-A, Oreca car that's recently come available. We'll cover a bit of that in a minute, but the slotted Oreca he's just using obviously the shell because it's got a 3D printed chassis and his own light kits in there. So that was his initial spray job. Now he is onto the decals and the lighting system, as you can see on the right hand car there. Shot is starting to do the decals, starting to look good now. Good work, Adam. And he loves it. All right. So talking about stickers, it would have been really good to actually have one here to show you physically, but they're upstairs. So anyway, I've got 6 of them. So I mentioned last week that you can now get billboard stickers from me for your magnetic racing or other scenery provided billboard signs. And so a few of them gone out, a few of them are landed, as you can see here. And then I was really humbled because some people did not hang around to start getting them on their tracks. As you can see here on Steve King's track. Steve King, look at this. I said, yeah, Steve, can you take a photo of the of the sticker just on your table or something? So he must have thought, slot car table, let's get out there. And bless him, he's done me a solid. He took a picture of this billboard sign in so many different locations. It is incredible. Yeah, I'll tell you, we're just getting a bit of kudos in here for Adam's spray job and build. So I'm just going to run through a couple of these because, yeah, it's worth, Adam, if you're watching this back, I don't know if you've made it as far, if your kids have intervened or if you even bother watching this. But a few people are loving your work, mate. It was Slotar, it was Dick, it was Phil, it's Nico, it's, excuse me, drink. It's Paul is in Stock Car 2021. Hello, mate. Rob is saying it as well. Yeah, Rob knows because we get the fortune of seeing Rob's. We get the fortune of seeing Adam's progress week on week or every other week when he comes, of what he's working on, where he got to it, what he's doing with it, and he brings them along to show us. He's much more organised than I am. I should start doing it actually. Start sharing with him what I'm doing in the den. Hey, Phil. Right, I'll tell you how to get them in a second. Stay tuned. So there was one. And then there's some more. So Steve has got like different sections. He's got urban sections. He's got rally stage section. He's just brilliant. Brilliant. Thanks, Steve. Steve, I could not have done it this section without you for 100%. And I'm not sure if anyone put you up to it or not. I don't know. But I'm just going to go on the proviso that it was your idea. And thank you, mate. And cheers as well to the rest of that household. Hey, good morning, Cool with a K. How you doing, fella? Save your postage, Rob. I'll bring him to the club because I was supposed to bring him on Friday, but I will bring him on Friday. I might not be coming this Friday, actually. I might be going the following week. So we'll just play it by ear at the moment. So, and then Rob Sale in the chat, great guy. He's coming next weekend to the Margate Jolly Track Fans Jolly outing. He's got it like me. He's got it on his magnetic racing floodlight tower. Love it. Yes, Richie. Good morning. How you doing? Boom. Hang on. Where is he? Boosh, brother. Are you back in the UK yet, or are you in another American city? I love this guy, right? Richie's going on holiday to Mexico. If anyone who doesn't know who Richie is, he's from Wolverhampton Slot Car Club. He's been ill the last year or two. He's on form now. He's back, shredding us on the racetrack. He was in Mexico, then he was in Vegas. Now he's in he was in New York at the last check. I'm like, where are you now? I personally think he's evading the feds. So he's in New York. He's down the docks trying to get a slow boat back to Ireland and then cross the border into Northern Ireland, and then we'll smuggle you over into Stranraer, and get you in the country. You'll have to live in Scotland with Dan for a bit, another track fan, but he's already offered up a bed and safe place. Brilliant. Well done, Rich. I've got one. No, kidder. I've got a couple of billboards. We had one of our favourite young track fans has hurt himself this week. I should have mentioned this back on the track fan shed. But if you're watching this, Ruben, this is for you, my friend. I hope you're feeling better, mate. So Ruben this week got a message through from Ruben's dad with a picture on it with Ruben on the couch with his leg in a cast. He's only gone and done himself like a kipper, track fans. He's broke his leg, everyone. So I sent him a care package, which is what you do when you know your kids are ill and stuff. You send your mates' kids care packages from the community. So he received through a magnetic racing billboard, a track fans advert to go on that. Got some sweets in there. Got get well soon card. You've got to have it when you're young. You've got to have these things. So Ruben, mate, and he still went to drag racing on Friday. Role model, Ruben, role model to all of us that you got your leg in you broke your leg in a week, you got in a cast, and you still went racing. Anyone else, right, who now says, oh, I can't come to racing, I've got a splinter, you're sacked because Ruben has just race shamed you. And he's from Essex, innit? So they're all hard as nails down in Essex. I mean, Slot R's from Essex. Mr. D's from Essex. Southend Racing Club, Southend Slot Car Club is in Essex. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all rock hard down there. I was born in Essex, God help them. They threw me out though at a young age. They threw me out of Essex. They said, get out, get him out of here. So yes. So Phil Hargrave, you're gonna be back in the merch store in a bit. So I went through last week how to get my sticker, and at the time I had my sticker on there. So I've been having a chat with a few other YouTubers, a couple of other slot car people, and said, you know, look, would you like, because you know you don't have a merch store, and you know unless someone directly contacts you, which some people are very afraid of contacting people because they don't know the outcome. I'm going to tell you now, most people, 98% of people on YouTube or who do a service like I do through Facebook, through YouTube, through Instagram, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you because we enjoy what we're doing and we love if it gives someone something from what we're doing. That's what it's all about. So I was having a chat with a few people, and as you can see, you can now buy your favorite YouTubers stickers from me. A couple of people have declined. That slot car guy, Talking Utter Slot, they're doing their own thing at the moment. That's fine. I've put the word out. I'm still talking to a few other people. And if you're watching this back and I've not got to you yet, come to me if you want me to put your sticker on here. By buying the sticker from the merch store, you're directly supporting your YouTuber's channel. Okay, so, you know, I said it last week. I'll say it again. It's £3 a sticker before you all get like crazy about my next statement. But I split the profit 50-50 with whoever you see on the screen. Bear in mind, out of the £3 comes production costs for it. And you know, so we're not making that much money. I'm more doing it as a service so that you can get what you want on your track, not necessarily Track Fans TV. I am an acquired taste. It's a little bit going back to Vegemite and Marmite, you know, one or the other, or you hate or love either. But you can now get your Slot Car Club or your Slot Car YouTubers stickers to go on your billboards on your track. Gary, well done, mate. And Rockingham, well done for Bristol Slot Car Club, Rockingham Slot Car Club. They've stepped up. They're involved, so you can get billboard stickers with your Slot Car Club. If you're a Slot Car Club and you want in, email me, phone me, go to my merch store. Both of those details are on there. My phone number, my email address. Call me or write to me. Let me know if you want in. It's a very quick process. MP slots and Slot Car Dude, latest to the edition. Put them on last night. So I had a decent slide for this morning. That, Richie, I am so happy for. And no, you're not old, mate. Listen, you guys, you can never tell how old you guys are. You like literally could be 65 and you look like 40, man. It's not fair. You are my hero. Yes, Wolf. That's it. Not that you're biased at all. Cool. No worries, mate. I've got it all going on. So you could never doubt him for a second. So what's Slot R doing? He's lowering a slot car. Is anyone else doing any slot mods at the moment? Sorry, not to bring in slot mods into the chat. Are you tuning any cars at the moment? What are you doing on your bench, on your desks? What are you doing at the moment? So there you go. Anyway, you can't say I'm not a team player by looking at this slide, can you? No, everyone's in. Talking actually, you see Wildman's on here. I don't know if Eric's awake or asleep watching it back. He was with us a couple of weeks ago. He's probably still trying to recover. That was so much fun, Eric. That was so much fun, Slot Car Wildman. But I saw a trailer on Hugh's Garage's Slot Car channel for a late night chat. Shane at Hugh's Garage with Eric from the Slot Car Wildman. Now, neither of these two... Oh, no, let me rephrase that. Both of these two will really stick their mind. Now, Shane will just tell you straight because he's a rock star and like me being a superstar DJ. Yeah, he's a rock star and he won't bite his tongue. He will tell you what he thinks. And the nice thing about Shane is he's starting to think about how he can platform that, how he can package up his thoughts so that he can discuss them and get them off his chest in a controlled environment that's not like out there, like, you know, seeing how he feels. So I think this chat, late night chat, I must admit, I've got to put the caveat in, late night chat with Slot Car Wildman and Hugh's Garage, Shane and Eric is going to be like a ticking time bomb of sniggering, laughing, outright banter. And I, for one, am going to be tuned straight into that. I'm almost worth staying up late to watch it live, because you don't get the live chat for about a day after the yes, a live chat for about a day after the show is aired. That's where I'm trying to go to. Nice, Nathan. Nice. What else are we chatting about? Yes, slot cars. Slot it. So I want to give a recognition to my good pal Maurizio and his team, Joe and whoever else there that I've spoken to, because I like Maurizio. He literally is salt of the earth, the nicest guy in the business. The nicest guy in the business. I've met him a few times at race events, at their festival, the swap meets and stuff. And you're a real testament. When he's not traveling, which is off always, and he's not in a race somewhere, and he's not doing his family time, which he is ruthlessly good at, he goes out and he enjoys slot cars. He literally lives it. He loves it. He's a motor racing guru. So I'm just so pleased and so proud that Maurizio and his team have won. Not just won the award, but won first, second, and third place. It's what we call a decimation of the category, the readers' vote category in the Slot Cars Passion magazine. Slot Car won first place with the F1, second place with the Ferrari 512, and third place with the Eureka LMP. You can't go wrong with that, can you? That's awesome. That is awesome. For one, I am seriously thinking of getting, I don't know, I'm thinking about getting the F1 car. I don't need to get the Eureka, because my main man, Nico, Slot Car Dude, subscribe, like, and share to that channel. He kindly got me the Mazda, which is sick. Hang on, you might not know what Mazda I'm talking about. So, quick bit of remembrance. This Mazda, of course, this come out of nowhere for me one day. And my problem is I can't find the guide plate, a spare guide plate, a new guide plate for it anywhere. So if you know anyone who's got the guide plate for the Mazda, let me know. I'll buy it. Right. So well done, Maurizio and the team. Cleaned up, what I call it, cleaned up and thoroughly deserved, because he has got to be one of the hardest working blokes in the hobby. Totally. Yeah, there it was. That was a nice car. We haven't had. Do we have an LMP class at Rockingham? I missed the AGM in January or December, so I missed the con. Oh yes, track focus. We've got some tracks to look at, everyone. Love it. The first one in is a HO track. So very own head office coming in. Not head office. Don't do that. I'm probably teaching young people or people who are new to the hobby bad things. But I've got a HO scale track here now. I've wanted to feature these guys for a long time. Now, they're a great YouTube channel, Derwin IT Speedway. Group of guys and gals, they get together every few weeks and they have a race at their place on this track. And I've been watching it for a while. I've been watching it for quite a while now. For me, it's just a lovely bit of feel-good viewing. The track, so I've screen grabbed this track because they don't do much posting of the track, which is travesty. But, you know, they give us YouTube, which is good enough for me. So this thing is epic. Epic. I know it is so cool, right, Albert? Rob, you've got work to do. Check out the center sections, sort of, if you see just below the word Speedway and to the right a bit, you got those two sort of figure S's right next to each other. They look like proper carnage. No, this is a good track, Wilfie. Yeah, got some love for this one, Derwin. IT. I don't know, but I'm loving your track, guys. Thank you very much. I hope it was all right to share, but it's a bit like after the discussion from the last Slot Car Shenanigans show that Rahul and I did back on 2 weeks ago, sent shockwaves through the slot car hobby. Like a thunderbolt of activity. It was fantastic to get everyone going, get everyone chatting. I thought it was really good. I think that once we got through the misinterpretation of some of the content, it was a really good show. And this, yeah, this would be worthy of a good chat on that show. Now, next track is from Howard Bartrop. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Howard. It's not the most cutting edge track for layout or anything like that, which is, you know, what I said last week. I said I wanted to try and bring the tracks back to us to a kind of more manageable level of what we're kind of likely to see at home, to give you that kind of that association with what you see on YouTube or what you see on the TV. You can do this, or you might say, oh, actually my track's a bit further ahead than that. I like this channel. I can relate to this channel because we're seeing stuff that I can actually set up. You don't have to be some kind of art degree in track building like slot mods. Oh my God, you need some kind of like superhuman foresight to do that. I'll tell you, that is my retirement plan, is to do something like slot mods do. Just love that. I should start sooner and I might finish that track by the time I retire. But anyway, Howard, nice one for the share. The reason I've shared this is, yes, it's Scalextric track by the look of it. Could it be Scaly track? Yeah, it's a Scalextric track. So a Scalextric track, but it's took a picture of it in the morning lights. So he's got that kind of shading coming across the track. I love stuff like this. I liked it when I went to when you go out to a festival or something, you get up in the morning and you're feeling a bit worse for wear, and you come out of the tent and you can kind of see the shadows from like the fence or from different towers or different, you know, things across the, and you got that smell of the morning. So this picture gave me the smell. I could smell the morning. I could see the shadows across the thing. It put me in the place that Howard was at the time, and I could relate to this track. I really enjoyed it. Don't worry about it, Mark. You are fine. So here we go. Richie's saying when he was a small slot kid, he'd sit for hours watching his uncle's massive train set. And when he was able to have a model motoring car race set, he integrated that set into his train set. Great memories. And thanks for the memory, Rich. That's a lovely share. Yeah, all right, Paul. Get out of here. Yeah, exactly. Felt. We always used to have that when we used to do like art and crafts when we were kids. Yeah, Paul loves that share as well. Mark, good morning. No, that's not a Carrera track. The Carrera track normally has a line in the middle, doesn't it? And also, if you look on the right-hand image, at the far top right-hand corner where the little sort of Marshall post is, you got that little humpback bridge. I think that's a Scalextric bridge. Anyway, who's next? Oh yeah, one to watch. Kales, right? The one, this not obviously developed, but one reason I want to watch this come through is look at the amount of space he's got on that track for scenery. I don't know if he's aware yet, but this is going to be huge to fill, to decorate. I mean, I'm looking at my polycar track the other day and I was thinking to myself, I wish I had a bit more space so that I could put like a little car park or put a pit lane in or do something with it, with the scenery side of it. And then I'm thinking, actually, this might be my saving grace, that I don't have a lot of space through track, because it means I can do a lot with the small space, if that makes sense. But this guy, as Dick says, he wishes he had this space, a ton of space. Now, people out there are screaming at Kale saying, more track, you can fit more track in there. But I'm thinking, no. I think Kale's onto something here. Firstly, I think you need a magnetic racing 4-lane gantry. No, sorry, I spell a lie. You need the magnetic racing gantry phone holder timing system. That's what you need for that, so you can get some laps on. I love the fact that you've got a bridge going at the back of the room, which probably going to become a suspension bridge with the wires on it, maybe. But yeah, you've got so much room here. I mean, Aid, who's in the chat, is probably like, he's got his tongue on the floor going, wow, because Aid works on a side angle down the side of his shed, like a lot of us do. If you tune into Lee's Slot Cars on YouTube, Lee's a sterling guy. He's just moved. He's just building his track again. But him, Aid, Paul at Slot Car 2021, myself to an extent on the other tracks, is you've got a section, you've got an area what you can use, and you've got to maximize that space. And in some cases, you only got the space to do literally a circle. So to have this much space, oh, love it. Well done, Kales. And it's nice to see he's got a Tara's Donuts mag racing building there, ready to go. Love it. DK, good morning. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, space, mate. A lot of space where we can get lots of scenery in. So Albert and Wilf, my nephews, top track fans, the original track fans, I must admit, they are well into their little figures and sorting out. Hey, guys, actually, Albert, Wilf, if I send you some little track figures, would you paint them for me, guys? If I prime them up and then send you a load, would you paint them for me? So let me know in the comments if you would do the painting on some figures for me. That would be great. No, Nico. I won't go into it. And I'll put myself on the screen for this, just so that it doesn't like I'm hiding when I say this. It had a slot guide on it. But I decided, in my inexperienced throwback wisdom, to try and modify it. I might have modified it too much, and it didn't work again. So it's more user error than it rocking up with without a guide on it. So no, don't. It's not your problem. It's mine. So yeah, sheepishly I might have wrecked it. Oh really? You're up for doing the figures? Great stuff. Yeah, just to bring this back to reality, if you check out my winter slot car market, what you can do is you can have a look around that Tire Donut building and you can see more designs, Dick. Yes, a child labour sweatshop. Well, of course it's a sweatshop. Check out my attire. Who do you think makes these things? You know, who's making this merch? And no, it's not Albert and Wilf, before you all say. Definitely not Albert and Wilf. Right, cool. That's it. It's actually Doug's kids. I send them over to you. Don't even know what his kids are doing inside their unit. He's got one on the laser press. He's on the wood press, whatever it's called. He's got one sprinkling grass around the scenery for his corporate projects. And then here's Ian and Doug. They're on the Carrera track or the HO track they've just bought and built, having a light race and drinking coffees, going, hurry up over there with that. I've got a deadline. That rally track's got to be finished by Wednesday. Hurry up, kids. Brilliant. Donuts. He's Homer. There you go. So Aid is heading out with his Springer Spaniel because he's got to take the dog for a walk. He's probably bouncing all over the universe right now. I haven't noticed Daz in the chat. I think he might be asleep at the moment. He's going through a sleeping process at the moment, which is cool. But no, well, morning, Daz. Daz is our regular like monitor. So, actually, yeah, I figured out right. So on YouTube, probably a bit late in the day for this. On YouTube, I'm so blessed in my shows that I don't really get any issues on my shows. But if I were to get any issues, I'm really pleased to have some good people around me who will help me moderate. Oh, okay, cool. And just keep an eye on what's going on for me. And I've already made them on it, and good. So I already did this the other day, actually. Right, back. Sorry about that. I was just making sure I'd made a moderator, just in case we get some trolls pop up. Slotar, you're from Essex, innit, Breadbin? Any Slotars turn up. Any trolls turn up, tune them out for us, mate. I know that you are efficient at doing that sort of behaviour. So, no, cheers, mate. Right, yes, let's move on. What else have we got? Oh, okay. So, I know we've had this bit of Boone. There he is, Boone. Boone's Garage. Literally the Mac Daddy Mac of scenery. And of weathering cars. So have a good walk, Aid. You do know that YouTube is on your phone as well, right? And you can put headphone in and you're laughing. Yeah, so I wanted to show this. Boone, we're big Boone fans here. And, you know, he's been under the weather lately because he fell off the ladder, sorting out whatever he was sorting out up the ladder. And, yeah, he's started up. He's got his Patreon page. Go to Patreon website and search for Boone's Garage. And you can become a member of Boone's channel, of Boone's Patreon. And what he does is he weathers up this car, like you can see on the screen here. And a bit like me and my members, he then gives it away. He gives it away to his members. So James has won this out of the blue. He's a lucky guy. He's got this car that's been weathered up and beaten up by Boone on his track. So this is Boone's track. And yeah, well, when we grow up, we're going to do scenery just like that. Yeah, totally. I didn't see the live. Is that one of his Patreons or was that an open session, Harry? Oh, now we're in trouble. Boone's got the sling off. Yeah, I think, well, Boone is a great modeler. He's got, I don't know if it's live yet. In fact, I'm not talking about it. I'm sure Boone will let me know if he's online. When he does, I'm going to promote the hell out of that for you, Boone. So you let me know when you're up and running on that, and we'll go for it. Right then, I think that's the end of the slides for tracks. It is, but I did notice a couple of cars that I wanted to share with you. I've got a feeling, actually, that boom, this car might pop up again at some point this week. That's all I'm saying. But what you're looking at is the old classic Renault 5 Turbo, and this is a new weathered season of cars being featured by Pendle Slots Racing. So I believe they've just come to an end of their agreement with That Slot Car Guy. They were sponsoring That Slot Car News. So if anyone's looking to sponsor That Slot Car Guy News moving forwards, he's open for a chat. And you can get that sponsored up with him. He does 2 news shows a week. You can have your moniker all over them at the start and finish. What's he going to do? It's going to raise your profile a little bit, improve you. It'll increase the awareness of your brand, might get you some business. But there you go. So the guy you want to speak to over at That Slot Guy is Travis. Don't worry about his team. Just ask for Travis, and you'll be straight there. Do you like what I did there? It made it sound like Travis has got like 6 people working for him and is a global empire. So no, yeah, Travis open for sponsors. He does this as his main income. So please, if you are thinking about it, talk to him, because he is open for business, as they say. On to point. I love it. Yes, Harry. Yes. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me just get this crystal clear, Dave. He's come online and he's told everyone about his website and what he's doing. Just say yes to me, and then I'll go back to that slide and just, if I can help Boone, I'm going. I'll deal with these comments first. There you go. So DK Moon is on it. No, don't sponsor us. We are not sponsor worthy. Well, I'm open for it. So have a chat if you want to have a chat, Pendle. All right. Okay, cool. Right. So I've got clearance. After last Thursday, where I ruined it for Rahul, Massimo, and Nico, I had no idea that they hadn't told anyone about their plans. So in conversation, I'm like, yeah, we've got this booked and this is going on. And Rahul's like, yeah, we hadn't told anyone that yet, Pete. And I'm guessing, I'm sorry about that, guys. I really didn't realize, because we've been talking about that for ages. I just thought everyone knew. So anyway, talking about Boone a moment ago, what Boone has done is Boone has set up a website and is now open for commissions. Commissions, everyone. You can get some Boone art in your lives. And he's going to talk to you about what you need doing, whether it's a section, whether it's a feature piece, whether it's a piece of art, what you need. Boone is providing his work to you. It's going to be cheap at half the money, I tell you. So have a chat with Boone if you're interested. Next week, I'm going to show you his website, because he's a good mate and I like supporting mates. So do that. So it sounds like a few people were in his live. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate the confirmation. A few people were in his lives, and yeah, again, even Paul's hunting him down, and he's just great. He's a lovely guy, insanely talented at what he does. But there you go. Yeah, DK. I didn't know what to look. I thought Rahul was trying to wind me up when he said you just let the cat out of the bag, telling everyone what we're doing. I thought he was joking, pulling my leg, having me on, but he wasn't. And then I didn't know which hole in the floor to jump into. Brilliant. Yeah, what is his website? That is a great question. I'm sure if Boone does a community post, I'm going to share it. So, that's what I'm going to do later. Actually, a plan is formed for today. Got dog walk, then I'm not going anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a few hours doing some editing. Then I need a break just so I can keep my creative freshness. In that few hours, I'm going to watch a couple of videos on faceache and see if I can understand how that works. And I'm going to check out Boone and then see if there's any way we can promote him with my newfound faceache knowledge. Right, let's get on with it. So, well done, Boone. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Yes. Well, if Adam was open for it, hey, Rob, I've got your number, right? I'm gonna message you after this because I don't want to let the cat. I've got an idea and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I love the weathering on this. I think it is exactly right. I think, is it the next car? Yeah. There's weathering on the next car I'm going to show you, but the next weathering is minimal. This weathering is extreme. So are you an extreme weathering kind of person, or are you a more minimal weathering kind of person? So to give you the context, I best show you the minimally weathered car, hadn't I? And that's, but before I do, this car is one of 4 weathered cars available from Pendle. So check them out, have a look. Let me know what you think next week. I'm going to bring up one of the other cars maybe. This is my favourite though. And who else is going to do weathering like a boss? Well, Pete Shepherd, of course. So Pete has been on the vintage. And you know what I'm like. I do like a bit of vintage. And this is just, wow. Check it out. I mean, just seriously, Peter. Seriously. Why are you doing this to us? We want to learn we want to scratch, build and paint. But when you see stuff like this, you know, it's even hand painted the number. Like hand painting now, Pete. It's not good enough just to be like an expert at decals or decals. You just got brilliant. So I wanted to share this. So this is minimal weathering. And you can just see the minimal weathering is along where the seams are, you know, like where the creases are, where the metal joins the next piece of metal. There's the slightest blemish in there. It's excellent. It's first class, Pete. So well done on that, my friend. Okay, so we got some other stuff to talk about. But before I do, let's get some comments in on what we've seen. Thanks, Dick. Okay, nice one. Yeah, we'll have a chat about that. I think we can do something on that. Yeah, Dick, in it. Wow, is what I say. Yeah, totally. You know, this, right? This is the reason we don't tell Pete about classic swap meet, race meets or anything like that. Because he would turn up to enter the concourse and we would all go home. I think that would be, you know, a strong contender for the winning place at the concourse. In fact, Pete, don't do that. You know, don't do that. I'm sorry. But only Slot R can point out something that I didn't even think of, which was the Renault 5 has a plastic roof and a plastic spoiler for minimizing weight. How does the plastic rust? So obvious. Oh, brilliant. I love it. He possibly might have down at Southend because Pete as well is an Essex boy. See, pattern emerging here. God, that was a close one. All right. So we've done that. So we've got some other stuff to check out and be involved with before we crack on. So, yeah. Definitely. Didn't talk about it last week, I don't think, because I didn't have the slide. But this week, yes, here it is. We have the Slot Car magazine in my hands. Just jam-packed. Oh, look at that. With all sorts of different slot car action. You can get it online. and I think it is cheaper online than buying it in paper. Or you can buy it in paper if you like me and you like to take something around for when there's no internet, like on the London Underground or anywhere on the train line, actually, because they're useless with their signal. So you can get yourself one of these online on the website, click, hit pay and download it straight in your inbox, or you can pick up a paper hard copy like this at any discerning distributors. Actually, I'm going to do a deal with Mark and that, and I'll see if I can get this onto my merch store for you guys to buy while you're getting t-shirts and stickers. Just chuck it in the basket. But the actual hard copy is a Lady Godiva. It's a £5 if you're not from London and Essex. Yeah, £5, and you are newsed up. Now, the thing that I like about their magazine, the thing I like about the NSCC journal, the thing I like about my live streams, the slot car shenanigan live streams, the Marty live streams, the whoever else live streams, the Travis and Dave Kennedy live streams, they're actually pretty good. You're going to find out things that you can't Google. You're going to get some little snippet of information by the contributor or the commentator that's never been published, never been printed. It's not online. You're going to, by reading things like this, you're going to pick out those little gems and find stuff out that's just not available, or you've not heard it, and you're going to become a better person for it. Plus, and you know, not going into the whole thing again because it's been done to death. Shoot. Oh, they're doing here now. But if you wind off before bed and you read a book, read a magazine, same difference. So we've got that going on. That's what that's what I'd like to say on that. Looks like they've got a dual cover as well. Interesting. The question is, which livery would you go for? I think I'm going to go Repsol. Definitely Repsol. Yeah, that's right. That's yeah, I can clang it as good as the next guy. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Dave. I'm going to leave that on for the second, get people excited. Okay, so the Wonderworks, you know, I've got my flashing slides. It's next week, everyone. It is next week. We are going to Wonderworks. So even if you don't write to me, you don't mention anything online, just come down. Even if you don't want to say hello to us when you're there, you just want to see 10 people having a best time in Hornby's Wonderworks, then let me know. Don't let me know. Just come down and be a part of it. You don't interact with us, but it'll be lovely to have your company and see you there. Viking Slot Car Club, no excuse. I want to see you all there. Love it. So good stuff. And then, of course, we've got the swap meet, the Milton Keynes swap meet coming up, everyone. I'm literally so excited about this. The swap meet is the place of happiness in a nutshell. So I've got a table. Well, I wrote to the NSCC and I've written to the editor and I've written to the chairman and I've written to him a couple of times. Guys, you need to sort this out, right? You said to me in November, no, the start of December, I owe you some money for the advert I'm running in the journal. So I said, yeah, get in touch next week. Now, I didn't hear from you, so I wrote to you. Now, I didn't hear for a couple of weeks. So I thought to myself, do you know what? I'll get in touch with them after Christmas. Who wants to queue up to pay a bill before Christmas? You know, if they get in touch, I'll pay it. If they don't, I'll get in touch with them in first week of January and just get in touch. So I thought, I rung up the chairman, lovely guy, salt of the earth, great friend now these days, said that I don't want to look like the guy who's not paying his bills, but you know, I said to you, get in touch. Then I called you up about getting in touch. I've heard nothing. I'm here getting in touch with you because I don't want you to think I'm avoiding paying my bills. And also, I want to take a table and I want to book it early enough to make sure that I'm wedged in between magnetic racing and 1 in 32 scale strictly figures. That's what I'd like to do. I want to put my flag in the ground and be right in between them tables because we all work well together. And it'll be the best section of the whole event. We are literally face ache after that, where we've been laughing so much. And that was 3 weeks ago. And he said, yeah, don't worry, I'll sort it. Just drop a note to the editor. So I dropped a note to the editor following the phone call, copying the chairman in 3 weeks ago. And I've not heard. So if you are trying to book a table, if you are trying to get through to the NSCC, the National Scalextric Collectors Club in the UK and the rest of the world, and you're not having a good time with it, I'm going to take one for the team. Write to me. I've got a direct phone number feed to the chairman. And what I can do is I can phone him up. He's a lovely guy. He has been under the weather recently, just a few health issues, but he's back now. And, you know, between us, we're going to look after and get you sorted, because I think I'm trying to pay him the best part of 400 quid and no one's calling or emailing me. So as a business, we're going to, want to be involved with you guys. I'm going to help you where I can. We're going to sharpen that up a bit. We're going to get that up to, like, when someone rings up and says, can I pay you best part of 400 quid? You literally go, what's the long card number? You don't say, I'll get someone to, write into us and we'll get someone. You take the money. In business, take the money. You can always give them a refund if you took it too soon. Boosh. So NSCC, just a bit of feedback. But I wanted to explain that situation for anyone who else is trying to get through to them. If you're struggling, get in touch with me at Track Fans TV, Pete. Here live every Sunday, 7:30 Sunday slot car sessions, and I'll help you get through to where you want to be, whether it's to get the information about table at the events, whether it's becoming a member, or whether it's finalizing or confronting a bill. So happy to help Martin, Jeremy, and the guys at the NSCC. I'm really happy to help. So anyone struggling to get through, talk to me. I'll help you get through to them. Between us, we'll get the job done, because the NSCC is heritage within the hobby. It's been around for a million years. It's likely to be around for a million years. It's online, nscc.co.uk. It's not a UK thing. It's an international thing. You can buy your subs in Europe or the rest of the world. It's fine. The difference in cost is purely for postage. So I think from memory, yeah, that's right. It's 35 quid here. It's 45 quid in Europe, and it's $50 for the rest of the world. Every single month, without fail. And I want to give these guys a good service, because they do nothing but good things for the business. Look, you get NSCC Journal, tons of them. Literally over there, I'm starting to get like a whole journal row. I've got myself a library. So you can join that. But more to the point, if you're not joining them, you can join me, Tara, Ian, Roger Barker with Barker, Joust with Juzzy. I don't know if Pendle are there. But anyway, loads of great people are down there. Tons of them. Slot Track Scenics are there. Great friends of ours as well. Yes. Yes, about the old Slot Car magazine. They've got back catalogues that you can buy in. So if you want to put a couple of 3 in there, build up your Slot Car magazine library, you can do that. Tara, Jeremy, the editor, I'm writing to editor at nscc.co.uk. Nothing back. Whether I'm being blocked. So this time, when I spoke to Martin, the chairman, and just explained, we need a bit more fluidity to get your money in, I wrote to editor at, and I copied in chairman at, which is Martin's email address. So we're going to sort it out later. I'm going to call him up and have a chat tomorrow. Well, if you want, Harry, you can buy them at Pendle, and Pendle will ship them to you. Because what Rahul says pretty much weekly about shipping to Canada is for him to buy slot cars from Canada or slot cars from America, the postage, the post and packing costs more than the slot car he's buying costs. Whereas if he buys a slot car from Pendle, the actual postage costs less than the slot car does. So it's in the right economy. So being in Latvia, mate, I reckon, Harry, if you was to speak to Nick or Sean at Pendle, who are great, great guys, and, you know, proper advocates and ambassadors for a hobby, they're going to do you a deal on the postage because that's a good order. You know, that's a decent order. And talking about orders of the day, we've got about 5 minutes left, guys. We've got a 5-minute warning shout. And we are going to be... I nearly spilled coffee on my laptop. 5 minutes, we're out the door. Come on. Trying to set something up here, but... Right, just bear with me a second. I'm looking for something which will make sense in a moment. And I'm using a mouse, which is a nightmare. Okay, we're quitting. Right. Okay, so what we've got to do is, 5-minute warning, guys. Now, I have got a... Yeah, I know it's cheap. I know it's cheap. It's the 5-minute warning cowbell supplied directly from Rob Sale down in Wales. Rob, cheers, mate. And Sue, so sorry that you've got to keep hearing that racket again every 5 minutes. Does it sound familiar? So, checking their smoke alarms now. This is the 5-minute warning. Okay, cool. Right, we've had that now. That's Rob's cowbell, everyone. See, I told you I'd find it before the show was out. So come and see us down at the Milton Keynes swap meet. We are going to be, you'll know where our tables are because it'll be loud. Loud and hilarious is all I'm saying. Brilliant. So, yeah, there you go. So, National Scott. Right, we are. Okay, let's get rid of it now. I seriously need to learn how this all works. Yes, that is it. We have got ourselves a little show there. What are we doing then? So, I wishing you all a good day. I don't know. You've sort of said what you're up to through the show, through the day on the show already, so I won't ask for that again. It's a nice 2-hour-long show today. Last couple of 3 weeks have been here and there. Last week I had a race to get to. A couple of weeks ago I had a lad to get to the army. He's doing really well, by the way, guys. I haven't spoken to him because he was like dragging blood out of a stone before he went in the army. Now it's even worse. But we have messaged by text, so just to let you know, the bin lid Joshua, Jolet, as we nickname him, is doing fine. He's doing good. I had a laugh with him via text message saying, "Have you got your care package?" This, that, and the other. And he's finally got his message. He's finally got his headphones and his sweets. And I said, "How are you settling in? Has anyone left? Has anyone been thrown out yet?" And he said, "No, we're just waiting for a few because they have to do a month before they're allowed to go anywhere, like leave. I think at the end of next week is their 4th week. Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll start seeing a load of people resigning and getting the hell out of there quick. So he's looking forward to next week to see who goes." Okay, so on that note, talking about going, check this out. New slot car t-shirt. So you all know where to buy that from, don't you? From here. From that place there. Go there. And you'll find it. Or just type into Google Track Fans TV merchandise store and it'll just pop up. So yeah, listen, I'm out of here. And on that note, I'll bid you a good week ahead. Thank you ever so much for your company, guys. Watching Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown. See you here next Sunday, I suppose, at 7:30. See you later. See you later. See you later.